Yo, good morning, good evening, or good night to the lovely people watching. In today's video, we'll be speaking about, do you really need it? And you might be asking another weird question again. What do you mean, what do I need? Imagine the newest iPhone that released. I'm not really paying attention, and if I'm not mistaken, it is iPhone 17 or something that is out. And a question that comes to my mind is, do you honestly need the newest iPhone? Think of it. The purpose of a phone is to call, send messages, and maybe be on social media to send and check on your friends. And to be fairly honest, that's pretty much it. The purpose of a phone is to send or call someone from a distance. That was the main purpose of why the phone was created. I have an iPhone 11. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm going to be sticking with it for another few more years because I don't need the newest iPhone 17. Oh yeah, you can say that. What about the new graphics for making YouTube videos? Honestly, I'm quite happy of what I have right here, right now, because I don't want to spend $2,000 or whatever it costs for a new phone when I have a fully functional phone that does what it requires of me. It is great graphics when it comes to taking pictures in general, and I'm very satisfied and very happy with it, to be honestly. Drink water, boys, stay hydrated is very important. But at the same time, you can kind of use what I just said against me and say, oh, what about something called a reward system? You might be thinking, what is a reward system? The reward system is that when you fulfilled a goal, long term, short term, you reward yourself. Not masturbating, going clubbing or whatever. I mean something purposefully for yourself. Let's say that you set a new PR at the gym. Your shoes, your lifting shoes, they're worn and they're torn, and you need new ones. Just as an example. Then I would reward myself by, you know what? I just did 200 kilos in deadlift. Honestly, that itself is a reward, but at the same time, I'm gonna go buy a new pair of shoes, new pair of lifting shoes. Because not only are you creating this sort of system that, for yourself, of course, that, oh, I did something that I've written down and I've been chasing for a long time. I'm going to reward myself by purchasing an item that correlate with my goals. Like, for example, just as an example, you love playing video games, but you're stuck with a PlayStation 3 and the newest gen console just came out, the PlayStation 5. What would be a reasonable reward system to go and purchase a PlayStation 5? Let's say you live at your parents' still. Not an issue. I don't have a job. I don't have an income. Okay. I'm going to make a CV. I'm going to apply for jobs. I do not care what it is. I'm just going to apply. 2 weeks later, you get called into an interview. You ace the interview. They hire you in the company. You get your first paycheck. You blow your first paycheck. We've all been there. And then you realize, oh shoot, I was thinking of buying the new PlayStation 5. How do I will watch some finance videos and how to increase my knowledge on this. Okay, cool. Income, I pay my mother or father a lump sum for me living here. And then I save some, and then for my own bills, and then let's say $50 is what you can save for this PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 console. I'll put $50 into an envelope in cash or in general into a bank account, and then over time you watch the bank account grow, and the day comes where you've been working for 10 months straight and you realize that, yes, all this hard work, I'm going to use this money to buy a PlayStation 5. All those hours put into McDonald's or wherever you are. That sort of reward system is something I can get behind, where you're been working towards something very hard and you feel like, you know what, I'm going to reward myself by doing something that correlates with those goals. But then the question arises again, do you need it? Is another thing. I don't need the newest iPhone. I don't need a newest gen console because it's not aligned with my goals. I have a fully functional iPhone that does the purpose, the basic foundation purpose. Grateful for it, don't need an upgrade. However, let's say the battery of the iPhone was really shitty and I would have to charge it every single day multiple times because the battery drained. Changing that iPhone battery would cost more than the phone itself. So what do? Cool, I'll most likely just go out there and buy a used phone. Something that I need because my phone is crappy. So I need an upgrade in order to continue. See what I'm getting at? So the question arises that sometimes when you're at the store, do you really need it, to be fairly honest with you? Like, let's say, do you really need that energy drink? Do you really need the newest Gucci bag? Sometimes, maybe no. And other times, to be fairly honest with you, here's an advice that I wish I got when I was younger. Never purchase something in order to fit in. That's very important, because why would you want to fit into a place where you originally don't really belong? You might be scratching the back of your head and thinking, putting myself in a place I don't want to belong? What do you mean? For example, you don't like football. Why would you play that sport in your spare time if you don't like that sport in general? Let's say your parents says you should do some sports in your spare time. Find a sport that you like. If you're thinking, you know what, I want to go to the gym, I want to build some muscle, that's what I want to do. Okay, then put yourself in that space and don't force yourself in another space in order to fit in. Don't spend thousands upon dollars on buying the newest shoes for football, the newest DLC or whatever, if you don't really need it, if it's not aligned with your goals. And to be fairly honest, that is today's video. Do you honestly need it? Is it worth your time? Is it worth the risk? Is that energy really worth those $2? Because over time, the ROI effect will take place over $2 here and there and there and there. It will quickly add up to a lump sum. Like, let's say 10 days, that's $20. 100 days, that's $200. Imagine the potential of that money could be put into use somewhere else. It is you versus you. Fuck everyone else, but seek guidance when you need it. Take care, boys.